Is Event Rentals with Aaron here, and in today's video I'll actually be showing you my photo booth shelf. Here it is right over here, and I'll be pointing out a lot of details and the reason why I purchased this one in particular. But before we get into the video, I'm Event Rentals with Aaron, and I'll be posting regularly about my photo booth and event rental business, how-to tutorials, and everything in between. So if you don't want to miss out, make sure to hit the subscribe button, give this video a big thumbs up, and let's get into the video. Here is my photo booth. I actually got this off Alibaba for about $1,500 Canadian, which I didn't mind paying because I got it in a week versus the month to 2 months that some suppliers do. Now let's actually get into the reasons why I like this shell and why I purchased it. So reason number one, this right here. As you can see, I can tilt the booth absolutely no problem. So if I have someone that's shorter, or if I have like a child, for example, they're still able to take a picture, and I don't have to do something like go into the back here and fiddle with the camera itself, or even physically move entire shell back. That was something I really wanted to avoid, and something that I saw as a common mistake with a lot of people who purchase booths. So it just makes my life easier because you don't want to have to fiddle with stuff in the middle of an event. Now, reason number two as to why I purchased this shell. As you can see, it has the cutout for the tablet here. I like that it's actually on its side versus standing up straight vertically. Now, the reason why I like that is because, let's say, hypothetically, the DSLR camera, it fails. Something happens. Maybe I drop it, breaks in a million pieces, I forget it. Who knows? I'm able to use the front camera of the tablet to still keep the event going and still take pictures. It is a great plan B if that were to happen. And when it's on the side like that versus standing upright, you could actually fit more people into the picture itself. So it allows you so much more flexibility, and it just makes everything easier. Reason number three, this booth actually has a little bit of weight to it, but not too much weight to it. I think the booth weighs about 70 pounds, which sounds heavy, but truthfully, it's not, especially when you break it up into the pieces like this and you attach it as you go. Now, let's be real. We're doing a lot of events like weddings where there are people who have had a couple of drinks. So it is not out of the question, and it is not out of pocket for someone to bump into your booth. If it's too light, then you might be worried about your entire setup falling down. And when you have components like this, an expensive camera, a tablet, ooh, that could get a little sticky. So that's why I like this booth, because like I said, it did have a little bit of weight to it. So you're actually able to, not be nervous if someone gives it a little bump, because, it could happen. Now let's actually look into the back of the shell and the insides. So as you can see right here, this is the shelf for the DSLR camera. I have a little slit here where I could actually screw it in to secure it. I like the fact that I'm able to adjust it so I can move the shelf up and down if I truly wanted to. Now, another thing I like is the fact that there is just so much space in here for wires and cables. Because if you're running a strobe, which I highly recommend if you have a DSLR booth, you're going to feed a lot of cables through. You're going to be connecting the camera to the iPad, the charging cables, this and that. So you want it to have enough space as possible so it doesn't get all muddled up, right? And you could still go through everything. So in case something happens and you need to pop this open, it's a quick fix. You don't have to sort through cables, and you can figure it out. Now, another thing I like here is the power hub. So this right here is fantastic. It is enough to power everything. I have a couple USB-C slots over here, a couple USB. I have a little adapter right here from USB to USB-C. This is super strong. Everything gets powered perfectly fine. My camera, my iPad, I never had it fail on me. And you're also able to have this right here, which, just makes everything look a little bit nice, the LED lights here. And I also am a big fan of the ring light here. One, because it does provide a little bit of extra lighting, but two, it lets people know, hey, like, you gotta look right here if you are taking a picture. So just a quick recap, here is everything that I liked about this booth and why I purchased it. Reason number one, I like the fact that I am able to adjust it. So if you are vertically challenged, if you are a little bit shorter, we could still take a picture, no problem, no interruption. Reason number two, I like the tablet cutout right here where it is on its side opposed to vertical. So then if for whatever reason my DSLR camera fails or I need a plan B, I can still use the front camera of my iPad, absolutely no problem, because you could fit more people in the shot if it is on its side as opposed to vertical. So it just gives you more flexibility. Reason number three, I like the fact that it has a little bit of weight to it because, like I said, people are going to be drinking at a lot of the events we're probably doing. So if someone bumps it, I don't have to be as worried about it. Reason number four, I actually like the inside and the fact that there's a lot of room for the cables, for the wires, because I'm going to have my camera, I'm going to have my iPad, all my charging cables, I'm going to have the cable from the strobe light getting fed through. So it could be a lot of stuff and it could add up. So I like the fact that there's so much room in here that I don't have to worry about fiddling with everything if I ultimately do have to open this up in the event to fix something. And life hack and recommendation here, always invest in stuff that makes your setup and takedown easier. I'm telling you, this has saved my life. It just makes so much sense because it allows me to not have to fiddle with a screwdriver, spend more time than I have to, and especially at the end of the night, just being able to get everything out, it makes it so much easier. So, like I said, always invest in stuff that makes your life easier when it comes to this business, because I genuinely feel like your setup is the most important part, and how that goes will ultimately dictate your event. So the moment you are comfortable setting up 100%, that is when events become so much easier. So that being said, I'm Event Rentals with Aaron. Thanks for checking out my video, and I'll be posting more about my entire setup, the photo booth business, how-to tutorials, and everything in between. So if you don't want to miss out, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.